Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet. Tonight in the Callan Athletic Center, the Lady Jackets will host GMAC foe Ursuline College out of Pepper Pike, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland. We're glad you can join us. I'm Jim Clark, glad to call the play-by-play, joined by my wife and former head coach of the Lady Jackets, Teresa Clark, for her color commentary and analysis. A 7:15 start. Ursuline had a little trouble getting down here from Pepper Pike due to some traffic, but nonetheless, we're about ready to go. What can we expect, Teresa?
Well, I think this is going to be really tight, especially at the beginning of the match. We'll see who comes out ready to play. But as you look at who they've played in recent days, the common denominators, it is so close. Both teams have played Charleston. Ursuline was able to win 3-1. Cedarville won 3-1 as well. They both played Kentucky Wesleyan. Both of them beat that team 3-0. And then they've played Trevecca, and this is a different edge. Cedarville lost 3-0, but it was at Trevecca, whereas Ursuline lost to them 1-3, but that was at Ursuline. So that's about the only edge. So you can see it's pretty tight.
Lady Jackets 12-4 overall, 2-1 in the GMAC. Ursuline 10-6, also 2-1 in the GMAC. And before we go any further, let's join public address announcer Darren Miller for the pregame announcements, the invocation, the national anthem, and the introduction of both teams. Well, there you go. We are about a few seconds away from the start of this contest here tonight. You get a good look at the crowd across the way. It is beach night, so the students have come out in a pretty good showing in their appropriate beach attire. And Teresa, this GMAC contest unfolds again. What are some of the keys for Cedarville to be successful tonight?
Cedarville's got to keep their attack coming out of the middle as much as possible. They've got to do good serve receive. And again, the block is going to be a key. And so if they can zoom in on the key hitters on Ursuline's side, that is what they're going to need to do. Ursuline, on the other hand, they're pretty balanced. As you look at things, they've got a good serve receive. They've got some good hitters. So Cedarville's got to bring their A game, that's for sure.
15th meeting all time between the two teams, Ursuline and Cedarville. The Lady Jackets have controlled the series 14-0. Arrows yet to defeat Cedarville in volleyball, but you never know. Talking to Coach Walters earlier, in GMAC volleyball, you just got to show up and be ready to go each and every night. So Lady Jackets hopefully will be ready. They'll start the match with serving. Lady Jackets on the left of your screen in their white home jerseys. Ursuline in their travel road jerseys with white numerals. And it's Kristen Cardwell, one of 4 seniors, to get things going. Barely clips the net, gets across. Ursuline handles it, set by Selene. Put it across the net on a tip shot. Emily Atkinson with the first point and the kill of the contest.
Cedarville starts out with a triple block, but they weren't together and they didn't time that. And Ursuline was able to roll it right over the triple block.
Back to serve for the Arrows. Sammy Markham, a senior from Tyro, Ohio, leading the team with 31 aces coming in. Here's the set by Cardwell. Go outside to Wilkerson, and a net violation called against the Arrows. Emily Atkinson, we're tied at 1.
And Taylor Wilkerson's another tool that they've got to have with her A game today, or I should say tonight. She had a really great match on Tuesday.
Chrissy Pratt, a junior from Illinois, with the powerful jump serve, handled easily by the Arrows. Here's Shelton. Her first attack from the left side is good. It rolls off the net after being touched by Ursuline. Cedarville 2, Ursuline 1.
Abby was really up in the air and had some good hang time and able to come down on the ball hard and able to tool the block on Ursuline's side.
Chrissy Pratt leading the team with 25 aces, and there's a missed serve. That was one that we saw a lot on Tuesday night against Ohio Valley. Hopefully it's not an indicator of things to come. Ursuline now serving. Ball put in play. Becker cannot handle the serve off the back line of Ursuline's Michaela Window. We're tied. Ursuline takes the lead 3-2.
And Becker needs to know where she is on the court. She should have seen that was going out of bounds, but she was too far up, and she didn't want to take the risk of it dropping in for an ace.
Shelton on the serve receive, gets it back on the set from Cardwell, blocked at the net, defended by the Arrows. Then setter Caitlin Selene tried to put it over, can't clear the net, and we're tied at 3.
And that's a wake-up call for Cedarville. Be ready for that. Their setter on Ursuline's side certainly is capable of doing that second throw-over.
Selene, a sophomore from Concord, Ohio, 53 kills on the season thus far. It's a 3-ball for Cedarville. It's going to be Cricky on the pass to Cardwell outside again to Shelton as she drills it. But there is the dig and a little tip shot by Atkinson, defended by Cedarville. And from the back row is a roll shot out of bounds by Pratt, and the Arrows lead 4-3.
And this is where Cedarville's got to pick up their game and get in rhythm. Right now I am not seeing that rhythm.
Emily Atkinson, the senior from Shelby, Ohio, 167 kills coming into the match. She already has 1 here tonight. She'll serve it across. Pratt on the pass. Cardwell, right side attack from Wilkerson. Dug on the back line by Atkinson. Here's the dig by Becker. The pass and the quick set to Cardwell. Kristen gets it to fall. Her 50th kill of the year and a big one. We're tied at 4.
Cardwell does a nice job of disguising that. She looked like she was going to set it to the middle, but instead she sent it over. There was a deep hole on Ursuline's defense, and she was able to hit it.
Abby Woodard in to serve, a sophomore from Camden, Ohio. Also, we're getting a look on the front line again of Cedarville by Gabby Olson, the 6'4" junior from Pennsylvania. And there's a point off the kill by the Arrows, and they lead it by 1, 5-4.
And that's exactly what we were talking about before the match began. Ursuline's got some tools, and they've got some outside hitters that are going to be able to keep them in this match or in this set for sure.
Tough serve right there by setter Caitlin Selene, sends it out of bounds. A missed serve by the Arrows. We're tied at 5. Our 5th tie here in the early going of set 1. Abby Shelton to serve. Passed up on the back line by Stillwell. Roll shot into the left corner will be good. Victoria Henderson found some space in that back deep corner. Ursuline leads at 6-5. Henderson, a freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, has the kill. Short serve. Pratt handles it. Here's the pass to Cardwell. Back set to Olsen. Can Ursuline defend it? They do. It'll be a back row attack. Dug on the back line by Shelton. Nice pass ahead to Cardwell, and that is a big hit out of the middle by Gabby Olsen. Her first of the night. We're tied at 6.
That started out with a great pass put right in Cardwell's hand. She was able to see Gabby ready, Gabby calling for it, and in the air, and Gabby just came straight down. Ursuline was not able to get under it to pass it up.
Gabby leading the team with 176 kills entering tonight's match, and a big double block there by Pratt and Cricky. Rachel Cricky coming off a career-high 8 blocks on Tuesday against Ohio Valley. Gets one right there.
And that's exactly what Cedarville needed to do. They needed to time their block, and now Ursuline is in regroup mode.
Angela Becker on the serve. She'll get credited with the ace. And one of the Ursuline players goes diving into the scorer's table, and she is down. May have, it is padded, but she may have hit her head against that scorer's table just on the other side of the net. Cedarville athletic training staff checking her out. And she will get up. It is Emily Atkinson, one of the most offensively powerful players of Ursuline, getting up. The senior from Shelby, Ohio. Looks like she'll shake the cobwebs out.
She scrambled for that ball that was shanked, and she gave her best and was hustling towards the ball and were not aware of the score table being so close. And quite an athlete. And it just kind of shook her up, but she's like, I'm ready, let's go.
May have just hit right above her right eye. Now she'll set it near side down the line on the kill attempt. It goes out of bounds. Put down there by Michaela Window, and Lady Jackets have the 2-point lead at 8-6. Make that 9-6, and the serve passed up. Roll shot, diving save there by Becker. Cardwell tries to get the kill, can't get it done. Now a near side attack coming from Window, dug on the back line by Shelton. Cardwell again on the mishandle of the set. That's a violation on the double hit, giving the point to Ursuline.
And Ursuline is playing good defense. They have been keep getting balls up that have been going down for Cedarville, and so they're in this game.
Becker on the pass to Cardwell, near side to Pratt, fires it across, dug on the back line by Selene. Here's a roll shot by Window. Becker on the pass, Cardwell on the set to Chrissy Pratt. This will be a back row attack. There's Shelton, a nice pass ahead to Cardwell at the 10-foot line. Little tip shot by Cricky, and in the net, a violation called against Ursuline, points Cedarville. And I'll correct myself, in the earlier play going into the scorer's table, it was their setter for Ursuline, Caitlin Selene, wearing jersey number 9, not Atkinson. But looks like nonetheless she's still okay. And there's Kristen Cardwell putting across a big ace, her 15th of the year, and the Lady Jackets lead it by 4. And Coach Jamie Plummer, in his second year at Ursuline, senses this one getting a little out of hand. He'll take his first of 2 timeouts.
And that's a well-timed timeout. They needed to change a few things out there. They need to get their passes into their setter's hands. She's scrambling a little bit, and she took that hard hit, as you mentioned. And so they need to help her out, not make her move so much. And then she needs to get her offensive tools in line. But that started out with a really nice, hard, aggressive serve by Cardwell on Cedarville's side. And they just weren't able to get it up, and it resulted in an ace.
We also talked earlier about the Lady Jackets win on Tuesday night here at home against Ohio Valley, 25-18, 25-23, 25-18. Ursuline was up in Canton, and they took on Malone this past Tuesday night, and that is Lady Jackets' opponent tomorrow. They took the Pioneers in 5 sets, 3 sets to 2, in a real close battle there, losing the first one 26-28, then winning 25-14, dropping the third one 25-21 before finishing off the Pioneers 25-21 and 15-12. So expect a pretty good contest tomorrow here as well from Malone. Cardwell on the pass. This is Selaney. She'll back set on the roll shot. Going across the net is Loftus. Now Pratt will try it on the left side. Partially blocked at the net by Ursuline. Back set to Wilkerson. And she'll just kind of tip it across the net. Found some space and will get the kill.
That was well played by Wilkerson. She looked as if she was going to do full swing. The defense on Ursuline backed up. She roll shot it and dropped it in front of them.
Selaney on the set to Atkinson, a diving save, beautifully dug by Becker. Shelton out of the back row, sends it way off the back line, and a point will go to the Arrows. In to serve for Ursuline off the bench. He'll be Sammy Markham, a senior out of Tyra, Ohio, wearing that yellow headband, and she'll miss the serve into the net. 13-8, matching the largest lead of set 1, 5 points. Pratt to serve. Tosses the ball high in the air, sends it across with some power in the overpass. Cricky battled for it, but there was the Ursuline defense. Now Becker from the back row, dug on the back line by Ursuline. Slide attack by Atkinson, dug by Pratt. Cricky on the slide, puts it into the deep corner between a couple of Ursuline defenders. 14-8, Cedarville by 6.
What a perfect set by Cardwell to Cricky, who was waiting for it and sent it in a perfect spot. Well played.
Cricky's second kill of the set, and an ace serve off of Pratt, just inside the back corner in front of the Arrow bench to make it 15-8 Cedarville.
And the Ursuline players put their hands up. That was out, but the coach was right there. He looked down and shook his head. He saw that it was in, so a good call by the line judge. And we have a second timeout.
Timeout taken by Coach Jamie Plummer. We said his second year, a record of 18-30 in those 2 seasons at Ursuline. Doug Walters, head coach of Cedarville, in his 9th season already. Seems like he was just starting a few years back, but he has been here 9 years, a record of 188 wins and 125 losses.
And you got to give Ursuline some kudos. They came off a bus late, and they sitting in traffic, and you get out and you get scrambled and you're rushed, and then all of a sudden you're playing, and there's not the normal warm-up time, there's not the normal prep time, and so I'm sure that their coach is talking about, okay, let's go, get in it right now, we don't have time to waste.
Pretty early in the set for a coach to be out of timeouts, and we'll see how the momentum hopefully can shift towards the Arrows. If you're an Ursuline fan watching here tonight, Lady Jackets by 7. They've scored 3 straight points and outscored Ursuline 4-1 coming off of their first timeout, and there'll be another serve coming from Chrissy Pratt. Again, high in the air, sends it with some power across, but a nice pass by the back row of Ursuline's libero, Cassidy Stillwell, but a violation called against the Arrows.
Stillwell did have a nice pass. She was under it. She perfectly placed it, but that net violation took it out of her team's control.
Pratt, again, she has that jump serve zeroed in tonight, seemingly. Here's Markham from the back line. Pratt on the dig. Cardwell back set to Wilkerson. There's that roll shot down the line, but there's Ursuline to defend it, and right through the triple block is Atkinson for the kill. Her second of the night.
Cedarville certainly is zooming in on Atkinson, and rightfully so. They're triple blocking her because she is one of their effective tools, and they're trying to shut her down, and that was not an effective way to do it.
Serve received by Becker. Shelton from the left side goes cross court. Another great dig on the back line by Stillwell. There's a block of the net by Wilkerson and Cricky. Kept in play. Atkinson goes right after Cardwell, and a great play by both Cardwell and Becker, and the ball continues to go across the net. Now Atkinson on the far side, a diving dig by Pratt. Becker Passes it to Shelton, off the block of Atkinson for the point. Actually off the block of Celaney for the point, 17-9 Cedarville.
That was a really good volley. Both teams playing good defense. I'm impressed with Stillwell on the Arrows team. She is a great libero, and she's picking up balls that I haven't seen picked up here for a while.
Stillwell, a sophomore from Parma, Ohio, leading the team with 282 digs. This is Cricky on the serve for Cedarville. Here's a near side attack going down line. Beautifully placed there by the Ursuline attack. That is Victoria Henderson, who does lead the team with kills, 172, 17-10 Cedarville.
And Ursuline saw down line, deep corner was wide open and was able to hit it effectively.
Atkinson on the serve, off the back line by a couple feet. Missed serve, easy point there for the Lady Jackets, 18-10. Woodard checking in, replacing Wilkerson. Abby will serve. Abby at 94% on the season. There's the pass, a tough play on the pass by Markham at the net. This is Slaney near side, and another tough play on the kill attempt on the near side by Henderson. 19-10, Cedarville's lead is 9, the largest of the set, and no timeouts for Coach Plummer. Lady Jackets trying to take control. Celaney, back row attack coming. That one goes off the back line by a foot or so. Point Cedarville. They have doubled up the Arrows at 20-10.
And Chrissy Pratt was standing back and knew it was going out and got out of the way, and successful read.
Battle at the net. Both teams defending it well. Here's Cardwell. Quick attack to Olsen. There's the dig on the back line by Markham. Tip shot put right back down by Olsen and Cardwell on the right side. Point Cedarville.
Timed perfectly. Like you said, the block was right there and were able to just tip it over.
Another serve by Woodard. Celaney, she'll go to the middle attack by Jill Morrow. Can't get it done. 22-10. Lady Jackets definitely in control. Just 3 points away from taking victory in set one. Markham on the pass, and it's shanked off the floor to the right side just near the Ursuline bench. 23-10. Lady Jackets have put up 6 straight points. Another tough serve by Woodard, handled by Markham. Here's a near side attack by Henderson, blocked at the net by Olsen and Cardwell. Back row attack by Markham goes out of bounds. Point Cedarville. We're at set point, 24-10. Abby Woodard just getting it done here on the serving line.
Abby Woodiford is doing a great job of serving it up and being effective and mixing it up.
Celaney blocked right back by Olsen, and Gabby will finish off the set with a big solo block off the kill attempt of setter Caitlin Celaney of the Arrows. Final score of set one, Cedarville 25, Ursuline 10.
Cedarville certainly came out. They started out a little slow. They were not in rhythm, and then they kicked it in gear, and they never looked back. Ursuline, again, they were in rhythm, out of rhythm, in rhythm, out of rhythm. They played really good defense, but they need to get their offensive game going. Cedarville's block is making them do some adjustments, and if they're able to make those adjustments and come out, they're going to click off more points than they did this first set.
Ursuline coming into tonight's match has won 2 in a row. They, as we mentioned, beat Malone on Tuesday night. Before that, they were able to take out Kentucky Wesleyan in 3 sets. And as we look at the official first set statistics, what stands out to you, Teresa?
Well, you look at the attack game. Ursuline right now is at a negative .129, whereas Cedarville's in a positive 2.0 or 2.50 attack percentage. And so right there you can see that Cedarville's attack game is stronger, at least that set, than Ursuline came out and was able to do. Ursuline did not have any blocks, and if they're going to beat Cedarville, they're going to have to block some of the hitters, whereas Cedarville had 3 solid team blocks. And so that block game and the attack game going in Cedarville's favor is not helping Ursuline click off points.
Very balanced attack by the Lady Jackets offensively in that first set. Abby Shelton, Taylor Wilkerson, and Rachel Cricky all with 2 kills apiece. 1 kill from Kristen Cardwell and 1 from Gabby Olsen. And for the Arrows, just a couple players getting it done. Their top 2 offensive powers Victoria Henderson with 3 kills, and Emily Atkinson with 2 kills.
And again, if Ursuline can make some adjustments and get their offense going and close their block, read Cedarville a little bit better. I think Cedarville's playing a quicker game, and so they're going to need to adjust that block to be a little faster. That's going to put them right back in it. If they're not able to do that, Cedarville's going to continue to dominate like they were the second half of that set.
Great Midwest Athletic Conference volleyball this year, as it was last year, divided into 2 divisions, the black and the blue division. Ursuline has been placed in the black division, so thus their 2-1 record puts them in second place behind Alderson Broadus. Lady Jackets in the blue division at 2-1. And Trevecca having a great start to their GMAC schedule. They're already 5-0 in GMAC play. We're about ready to go for set number 2 in NCAA women's volleyball. You play the best of 5 sets up to 25. You must win by 2 points, and if it happens to go to a 5th set, you play to 15, again having to win by 2 points, and the teams have switched sides, and Ursuline will start things going, serving from the left side of the court. Libero Cassidy Stillwell will get things going. She's had some pretty impressive defensive plays in the first set. Passed up on the serve by Shelton. Pratt gets the set. Passed up and dug on the back line on the overpass. Becker there to get it. Now Cardwell, quick set at the middle to Cricky, but there's Markham on the dig. And a mishit by the setter trying to put the ball outside will give Cedarville the point.
And you could tell that that was a double hit. The ball literally changed directions, and you could see that in the air, and so that was an easy call, and she didn't even question it.
Pratt sends it across. A serve for the junior right between Markham. And I believe that's Henderson on the back row. Nonetheless, it's an ace serve for Chrissy.
And that's an adjustment when you come into a gym. You have to know where the lines are, and sometimes it's hard to read, but kudos to Chrissy Pratt, who did a great ace serve.
Another overpass on the serve. This is Wilkerson right side, partially blocked at the net, but it falls and hits the floor. Point off the kill from sophomore Taylor Wilkerson. Pratt again on the jump serve. Tough pass there by Henderson. Loftus from the right side will get the kill just inside the far sideline.
Okay, and that's a miscommunication on Cedarville's side when you've got 2 players, especially this late in the season, looking at each other. Somebody needs to dominate, call it, and get it done. And it dropped between them, and Ursuline gets the point.
Sammy Markham in to serve. Emily Loftus to the sideline for the arrows. Markham going back to get it as Becker. Now Pratt will try and make something out of it. Roll shot by Shelton. Dug by Stillwell, and a nice play right there by setter Caitlin Selaney for the point.
Chrissy Pratt was not expecting that. She was back, waiting for a third hit, and again, the setter was successful in reading it and dropping it right in front of her.
Another serve by Markham. Goes after Chrissy Pratt. Tough play at the net. Cardwell made something out of it. Wilkerson got it across the net, but there cannot be kept in play. Pratt and Cardwell couldn't get to it.
It was almost like they stumbled or something. They were in motion, but I think they saw each other going to motion, and they both backed off, and results in no one getting it.
We're tied at 3. Markham again delivers the serve. This is Cardwell outside the 10-foot line. Wilkerson from the right side, partially blocked at the net. Kept in play. Stillwell on the pass. Left side attack put across the net by Window. This is Shelton. Goes after Stillwell. There's the set from Selaney. Little tip shot by Markham. Becker on the dig. Cricky with the quick attack in the middle gets the kill.
And Cricky was ready for that, watching for that, and that's exactly where she likes to put it. And so Ursuline's got to adjust that when she's going into full swing motion, they've got to be prepared for that area.
Rachel Cricky now serving 97% on the year to lead Cedarville from the back serving line. And there's the kill right through the block of Olsen and Shelton for an arrow point. Kayla Window serving for Coach Jamie Plummer. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Jump set to Olson. And there's Stillwell to get it and send it across the net. Do the arrows. Becker will send it near side. And a roll shot by Shelton. And not able to clear the net. And Ursuline has their first lead of set 2.
And that's exactly what Ursuline had to do. They had to come out and play in their rhythm and get back in the set. And so far, they're playing really well.
Shelton on the pass. Cardwell sets it across the net with her back to the net. Beautifully displayed and decoyed, and we're tied at 5. Abby Woodard now serving. There's the pass. Setter Selaney tracks it down. Atkinson goes to her right, and a nicely placed ball. Becker can't control it out of the back row. 6'5" Ursuline.
And Atkinson read that well. She saw the block was on her in the middle. She saw that corner, and that's a hard one to do, but she effectively put it down, and Cedarville was not able to pass it up.
Be a back row attack coming from Abby Woodard. Make something out of it. Here's the set by Selaney, but a one-handed save there by Woodard. Nicely done by the sophomore. Near side attack, or far side attack, I should say, by Ursuline. Becker on the save. Shelton goes up strong, but the dig there by the arrows. Now Atkinson on the dig. A great volley by both teams. Pratt on the pass. Cardwell. Olson tips. Saved there by Ursuline. Roll shot out of bounds. Point Cedarville.
That was a good volley. Both teams playing good defense, getting it in the hands of the setters. Setters mixing it up. Went back and forth as you were able to watch and see. A great effort, and it's a good, you always feel good and satisfied when you were able to get the point at the end of a good volley.
Shelton on the serve, passed up by Ursuline's Markham. There's Becker with the dig. Cardwell goes up with the left hand. Markham on the dig. Far side attack will be good by Victoria Henderson, the freshman from Cleveland, gives the Arrows a 7-6 lead.
And Ursuline saw that they had a great opportunity to go against the block where Cardwell and Olson are together, and Cardwell did not have her hands turned, and she literally motioned what she needed to change after that block.
Battle at the net. Arrows and the Lady Jackets. Cardwell keep things going. Now Selaney will send it far side to Henderson. Blocked down there by Olson and Cardwell, and maybe mostly Olson. We're tied at 7.
And Ursuline tried to get around that block. If you'll notice, it was really on the outside of Gabby's left hand, but Gabby had a wingspan, as we say, and she was able to get it.
Selaney at the net. She'll go outside. Loftus with a big kill from the left side into the back corner. Point Ursuline.
And this is the kind of play that we thought we would see between these two teams. Ursuline just needed that first set to kind of get in rhythm and to get kind of off the bus and into the mindset of playing volleyball. We're going back and forth, point to point.
Cricky out of the middle. Net violation called against Ursuline. I believe it's Jill Morrow, the freshman from Canada, giving the point to Cedarville. We're tied at 8, our 6th tie of set number 2. Kristen Cardwell serving 88% on the air, sends that one out of bounds on the near back corner of the Arrows side of the net, and they'll lead it 9-8. Cassidy Stillwell now serving for Ursuline. Cardwell out of the back row is Pratt. She goes right after Emily Atkinson, and Pratt gets the kill for Cedarville, her first of the match.
And that was a really nice back attack. She got high, she had hang time. She took off behind the 10-foot line, but she was almost to the net by the time she was swinging. So a well-played ball by Pratt.
Big serve right there, give her the ace. Going right after Victoria Henderson. That was some powerful serving right there by Pratt. Cedarville 10, Ursuline 9. Pratt will try it again. Where will she send it? Out of bounds off the back corner, going right after the line judge. Had to do some fancy footwork. We're tied at 10.
And he still got hit. He tried. He was aggressively trying to get out of the way, but he still got hit. But obviously an easy call for him. You hit him, he's out of bounds.
The dangers of being a line judge. Wouldn't want to do it. Markham on the serve for Ursuline. Becker on the pass. Cardwell tracks it down. Now Cricky on the kill attempt, defended by Ursuline. Left side attack put across by Window. Becker on the save. Cricky tips it over. Ursuline's there. Atkinson, she'll send it near side to Selaney. And Wilkerson with the dig. Cardwell at the net. Cricky back corner, good.
Perfect spot. Cedarville played really tight at the net, played real well, was able to keep it aggressively in play. And Cricky saw an open spot in the deep left corner of the court and able to hit it. Results in Cedarville ahead by 1.
Cricky, the senior from North Royalton, goes after Stillwell. Ursuline scrambling. There's the big double block by Olson and Wilkerson, but cannot keep it in play. Nice try there by the pair, but it is a 11-11 score, tie number 9 of set 2.
And that's Ursuline's game. But they have their outside hitters swinging away, and Cedarville's block was not able to handle them.
And Window goes into the back corner. Abby Shelton just kind of looked to her right and let it drop in the back corner there for the Arrows' 1-point lead at 12-11. Another serve by Window. That one goes out of bounds off the back line. We're tied at 12.
And Abby made that adjustment. She got a little bit further towards the line so that she would make sure that it was out and not drop at an ace, and it definitely went a little further this time, and results in Cedarville getting a point and now serving.
Selaney on the back set to Atkinson. There's the dig by Woodard, who just checked in to serve. Shelton on the left side, dug on the back line by Window. Henderson off the left side, out of bounds on the kill attempt. Point Lady Jackets.
And Henderson saw that the down line deep was open, and so she was playing smart ball, and she knew where to send it. She just went a little too deep.
Woodard on the serve, and she'll get credit for the ace. She did a lot of damage in set number 1. She's there on the back line, trying to give Cedarville some breathing room. They now lead 14-12. Markham on the pass. Selaney to Atkinson. Block right there. I believe mostly that was Gabby Olson. Big block in the middle of the net to make it a 15-12 lead for Cedarville. Coach Jamie Plummer will take his first of 2 timeouts. The 3-point lead matching the largest lead of the set. And that happened when it was 3-0 to start the set. Cedarville leading Ursuline, and it's been back and forth thus far, 10 ties, but right now a 3-point lead for Cedarville over Ursuline.
That's a good timeout. He's starting to see a little bit of a momentum switch. He had momentum for a team and for the most of the set. It was going her way or going back and forth, but Cedarville hasn't been able to click 2 or 3. He's trying to stop that momentum because volleyball is certainly an emotional momentum type of game, and if you get momentum on your side, it'll carry you. And so he's trying to stop it, and the best way to do that is a timeout. Kind of cool things down and then regroup the mindset of your team. And so I'm sure that's what's happening, and we'll see what happens when both teams come out of this timeout.
Cedarville took set number 1 25-10. They rolled off 8 consecutive points. It was at one point 17-10, and due mostly to the serving of Abby Woodard, 25-10 was the final in that set. Right now they lead at 15-12. And it is beach night. You see across the way the student section in their beach attire and getting some nice background Hawaii 5-0 music during that timeout. Back to the action. Henderson partially blocked at the net by Olson and Cardwell. Gabby over to Cardwell. Near side is Shelton. She'll deliver the kill.
Gabby did a nice job of drawing the block towards her. She was up, ready to go down, and Cardwell sent it outside to Abby, and it confused the block.
Selaney will send it far side to Henderson. Blocked down again by Olson and Cardwell. Ursuline keeps it alive. Cardwell, she'll go again near side to Shelton. Partially blocked at the net. Ursuline covers the block. Becker with the dig. Cardwell, quick attack to Olson. Adjusts with a little tip shot. Put over the net by Atkinson. Now Henderson goes after Pratt. Chrissy with the dig. Shelton near side attack through the block. Saved there by Ursuline. Again, Atkinson, dug by Woodard, but it goes into the net. Point Ursuline.
Another really nice volley by both teams, playing good defense and being in rhythm. And this time it went Ursuline's way, and we have just a 3-point deficit between the two teams.
Atkinson on the serve, Chrissy Pratt on the dig. Cardwell to Olson. She drills it right at Markham for the point.
I love Gabby's aggressiveness there. It was almost like, give me the ball, I'll get it done, and she did.
Olson now with a couple kills. Cricky with 5 to lead the way. 17-13 Cedarville. Henderson on the kill attempt, dug by Shelton, put across the net by Cardwell. Selaney tries it again. There's the dig by Woodard. Olson on the kill attempt, dug by Stillwell. Back row attack coming from Ursuline. Woodard on the dig. Becker and Cardwell slam into each other. There's Pratt with the kill attempt. Henderson through the block of Olson and Cardwell for the point.
Another good volley going back and forth with passes and sets and hits and the whole thing that you want to see. Not just junk ball, but good solid ball. And so this is exactly what we expected. Good volleys back and forth. Very marginal differences on the scoreboard.
Selaney on the serve. Shelton the pass to Cardwell. Little tip shot. Floating it across was Gabby Olson. Just kind of flicked it over the net for the point. 18-14. Lady Jackets by 4. And Becker will serve, the senior from Denver, Colorado. 94% on the season. There's the overpass at the net. Cricky puts it down, but it's saved there by Selaney. A one-handed save there by Shelton. She goes diving into the bench. Pratt with the kill.
That was a great hustle and save by Abby. Wow, did she get over there fast, send it right to Cardwell's hands, and she was able to effectively get the ball hit down, and that's causing Ursuline to take their second timeout.
Coach Jamie Plummer finding his team down by 5 now, 19-14. We've had 10 ties. The last one was 12-12, but from that point to here, 7-2. Lady Jackets outscoring the Arrows to lead it here in set number 2.
And this is exactly what we expected. We expected good volleyball here. Both teams have a good balanced team this year. At home, you always have the advantage. You have the crowd that giving you the energy on Cedarville's side. But Ursuline regrouped during that time between the first set and this set, and they're playing much better volleyball. And that's causing that Cedarville to have to really dig deep and hustle a little bit more. And so we'll see what happens when they come out of this timeout. Ursuline just needs to come out and click a couple points right off the bat. If they're able to do that, it could be an interesting end to this set.
Ursuline being in the opposite division of Cedarville, this will be the only time the teams meet this year, thus making it even more of an important contest to come away with the victory. We're ready to go for the action. Angela Becker again serving, puts it across the net. Selaney out of the back row is Henderson, blocked there by Cricky and Cardwell of Cedarville. 20-14, the lead is 6.
Cardwell just times it well, does she not? She is able, as she's up making a decision, sees defense out of the perimeter of her vision, and she was able to get that down.
Still on the pass, Selaney again out of the back row. Dug there by Shelton off the rafters. Woodard is there, and she'll be called for the lift, double hit. And point Ursuline.
And that was just a weird ricochet. And so Abby sent it all the way into the rafters. It came straight down, and thus the play that you just watched.
Cardwell at the net, slide attack by Cricky. There's Selaney on the dig for Ursuline. Stillwell back set to Window, dug by Shelton of Cedarville. Back to Abby from the back row, but a nice save in the dig, but it's at the net and can't be kept in play by Loftus. Give Abby the kill out of the back row.
And this is not what Ursuline wanted after their second timeout. They wanted to come out, change things, and get a couple points, but it's been going Cedarville's way.
Cardwell back to serve, 4 points away from taking the commanding 2-0 lead. She floats it in the back corner, and it is going to be good. It just dropped in that back near corner. Line just points in, the up official points in, give the ace to Cardwell.
And Ursuline's not happy about that. They thought that it was out, but they have to play through it.
Another tough serve by Cardwell, kept in play, blocked at the net by Cricky. Pratt there with the save. Cardwell, quick attack to Cricky, puts it down, but there's the dig by Selene. Now Ursuline scrambling. Out of the back row is Henderson. Shelton on the pass to Cardwell. And Faith Ferris, who checked into the lineup, gets the kill off the slide attack. The sophomore from Denton, Michigan, gets her first kill of the night.
And she was ready for it. She was calling for it and able to send it straight down. And Ursuline has their back against the wall right now.
Delton, Michigan, Faith Ferris is home. She's on the front line right there with Cricky and Pratt. A diving save attempt on the dig by Shelton, but it goes out of bounds just below us. 23-16 is our score. Cedarville's lead is 7. And Stillwell serving for the Arrows. Becker right to the hands of Cardwell. Back set to Pratt. She winds up and puts it across, but the dig there by Ursuline. Atkinson tips it. One hand save there by Cardwell. Shelton to the near side, tipped across by Pratt, but the block there by Atkinson, and Loftus puts it right back down. 23-17 Cedarville.
This shows you that Ursuline is not giving up. They don't look at the scoreboard, they just keep playing through, and that shows a great team effort.
And Cardwell, the decoy, going to set, sends it across the net. Give Kristen Cardwell the kill. We're at set point, 24-17. And Chrissy Pratt to see if she can finish it off. Off the top of the net, a diving save there by Stillwell. Ursuline trying to make something out of it. And on the roll shot, hit out of bounds by Window. Pratt wisely let it go, and Lady Jackets will claim victory in set number 2 by a final score of 25-17 after taking set number 1 by a score of 25-10 to lead it 2-0. And both teams will take 8 or 9 minute break, and we'll stay with it here for a little bit, talk about what has happened thus far. Definitely the momentum, Teresa, is on the side of Cedarville, and a long road to recover back by Ursuline here on the road after getting some traffic problems, getting down here, running a little late. You'd think that they're going to have to really reach down to try and get back in this match.
They definitely are. The first set, they were not in the rhythm. We saw a really good match, or a really good set this second set. Ursuline was able to get in rhythm, but just couldn't hold it for long enough. They got within a couple points, and then things shifted, and Cedarville would shut that down and do some key things. Cedarville actually played really good defense. You saw them bring up balls that normally would drop during that second set, and I think that frustrated a little bit. Ursuline was throwing everything they had at them, and it was still coming back up. Our stats.
Last tie in set number 2 was at 12 points apiece. That was our 10th tie of the set, and from that point on, the Lady Jackets pushed away and took command, outscoring the Arrows 13-5 to finish off Ursuline in set number 2.
And Ursuline certainly improved their team attack that game. They had a solid block, but Cedarville kept their block going. They had 3 more, and their attack percentage was up. And so Ursuline's game went up, Cedarville's game maintained, and it results in that 25-17 score, which is a better showing for Ursuline, but they've got more to do.
Looking quickly at some of the statistical highlights of the match thus far for Ursuline, 7 kills for Emily Atkinson to lead their offensive attack, 5 from Victoria Henderson. Setter Caitlin Selene has 14 assists on the back row. Libero Cassidy Stillwell with 12 digs. For Cedarville, a very balanced attack. No one getting close to double figures, but Rachel Cricky leading the way with 5 kills, 4 from Abby Shelton, 3 from Kristen Cardwell and Gabby Olson, and 2 kills from Chrissy Pratt. Setter Kristen Cardwell, 14 assists thus far, and on the back line, 8 digs from Shelton, 7 from Becker, 6 each from Chrissy Pratt and from Abby Woodard. And on the front line, blocking Gabby Olson with 4 blocks and 3 blocks from setter Kristen Cardwell. The attack percentage, 28 for Lady Jackets and just 2% for Ursuline. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes and get you ready for action here from the Callan Athletic Center. I want to remind you, love to hear from you. If you have an opportunity during this break, send us an email, sportsinfo@cedarville.edu, sportsinfo@cedarville.edu. Love to hear from you. Any comments, suggestions, whether you're an Arrow fan or a Lady Jacket fan, send us an email and we will give you a shout out here during set number 3. But stay with us. We're going to leave the camera on the court. You are watching Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet. And welcome back. Jim and Teresa Clark with you here this evening. Lady Jackets taking on the Arrows of Ursuline College here on a Friday night in the Callan Athletic Center. GMAC action. The Lady Jackets leading the match thus far 2-0, 25-10, 25-17. And Cedarville will start set number 3, serving Kristen Cardwell.
I really love the excitement and the hustle that Caitlin Selly, I think is how, or no, Cassidy Stillwell has with as the libero on the Arrow side. She is keeping this team motivated and getting lots of passes.
Across the net violation called against Cedarville to give the first point of set 3 to Ursuline. Back to serve for the Arrows will be Sammy Markham. Sends it across to Abby Shelton. This is Cardwell outside set to Wilkerson. A beautifully placed shot there by the sophomore Taylor Wilkerson for her 4th kill of the contest. 1-1 is our score.
And that's the kind of play that we need to have out of Taylor, and she's stepped up to the plate this week, that's for sure.
Pratt now on the jump serve. Goes after Stillwell. It's at the net. Cricky puts it down on the overpass in front of a diving Michaela Window. 2-1 Cedarville. Another serve by Chrissy Pratt. Fires it across. Stillwell again on the pass. This is Selaney. And a double hit violation off the set will give the point to Cedarville. Pratt, again, a powerful serve, cross court. Near side attack, dug in the back line by Cedarville's Becker. Quick set of the net to Cricky from Cardwell. Kept in play by Ursuline. Cross court kill attempt from Window is out of bounds, point Cedarville. And a great start to set number 3.
And Cedarville has come out aggressive and playing good ball, and Ursuline's got to get a pass right here.
Another powerful serve again on the jump serve by Pratt. It was handled by Stillwell. Pratt on the dig. Cardwell at the net to Wilkerson. Goes through the block attempt of Atkinson and Window for the point.
And just like we said just 2 plays ago, Taylor's bringing her A game, and that's exactly what Cedarville needs to have from her.
4 straight points put on the board by Cedarville, leading it 5-1. Pratt delivers the jump serve. Stillwell keeps it in play through the rafters. Selaney back set on the back row attack, kept in play by Cedarville. Now Shelton will try it from the far side. Dug by Stillwell. Abby goes up again and hammers it, but it's blocked there at the net. Cardwell back set to Wilkerson, blocked at the net. Taylor can't get to it, and point Ursuline.
Ursuline had a really nice block. They were camped out, as we used to say, waiting for Taylor to swing, and they were on her and sent it back down, and Taylor wasn't able to pass it up.
Michaela Window, the senior from Castalia, Ohio. High floating serve. Shelton on the pass to Cardwell. She'll send it across herself, and it's put right back down by Atkinson. And a diving attempt by Wilkerson, but it'll result in the point for the Arrows.
And Emily Ackerson timed that really well. She has seen Cardwell do that several times during this match, and she timed it perfectly and sent it back over.
A serve for Michaela Window. Ursuline coming right back in it. Now they've put 3 straight points on the board. It's a 5-4 Cedarville lead.
Ursuline is not a team that's going to give up. They're going to fight all the way through, and you're seeing that right now.
Window serving at Shelton. Pass to Cardwell. She'll go right back outside to Abby. Again, passed up on the back line by Stillwell. Near side attack, dug by Pratt on the overpass. Ursuline setting up the offense. Selaney to Atkinson in a wide open space in the back. And Emily Atkinson finds it, and we're tied at 5.
And that's exactly what Ursuline had to do. They had to find Atkinson, and even though she was triple blocked, she was able to effectively get it deep.
Window doing a lot of damage on the serve. Shelton misplays it off the rafters. Cricky and Cardwell bump into each other, and it cannot be put across by Shelton. Ursuline now with the 1-point lead at 6-5.
Right now, Ursuline's playing in rhythm. They're playing aggressive, and Cedarville's scrambling.
Window serving to Becker. Cardwell, she'll go outside to Shelton, winds up and cranks it down, but a nice save on the back line by Ursuline. Blocked at the net by Cricky and Wilkerson. Becker, she'll send it to Wilkerson from the right side. And another pass attempt by Michaela Window, can't get it in play. 6-6 off the kill from Taylor. Gabby Olson checks in on the front line along with Shelton and Wilkerson. Cricky to serve. Selaney to Atkinson, tip shot. Rachel Cricky there with the dig. Cardwell, quick attack to Olson in a wide open space for Gabby. She finds it. Cedarville 7, Ursuline 6.
And Ursuline hasn't really found the answer on how to stop Gabby in the middle, and so as long as she's being effective, Cedarville needs to keep setting her.
Cricky to serve. 97%, as we said, on the year. Back row attack coming on the roll shot. There's Pratt on the dig. Cardwell, quick set to Gabby, and she can't adjust in midair. Tied at 7.
Cardwell just oversat her right there and went just a little too far. Gabby tried to reach for it, was not successful. We have a tied game.
That one's going to go out of bounds, just missing the back line off the serve attempt of Atkinson. Point Cedarville. Here comes Abby Woodard to the serving line for Coach Doug Walters. And Woodard cannot clear the net. We're tied at 8.
Woodard's been serving well, and in that first set, she clicked off several serves in a row, and so that's kind of out of character for her.
Caitlin Selaney, the setter for Ursuline, will serve. Two-hand pass from Pratt. Slide attack by Olson, and she just powered that one through the block attempt of Victoria Henderson and Gasneed Pierre, who's checked in for the first time on the front row for Ursuline. Shelton on the serve. Tough play right there for the Arrows, but it's kept in action. Pratt off the set of Cardwell. Dug on the back line by Stillwell. Near side attack from Henderson. Becker there with a dig. Olson tip shot saved on the back line by Window. Right side attempt blocked right back by Olson and Pratt. Again blocked at the net. Again some great volley right here. And there is Pierre on the attack. Olson will put it across in front of the Ursuline defender, Selaney.
And Ursuline is playing really good defense right now. If they can get their offensive game, they can get right back in it. But I'll tell you what, another thing, Ursuline does a good job of covering blocks, but Cedarville was able to be successfully in that volley.
Loftus on the roll shot, dug and passed up by Woodard, put across by Cardwell, kept in control by Ursuline. There's Becker with the dig. Now Pratt off the set of Cardwell, partially clipped at the net. Right side attack from Loftus. Cardwell passes it to Becker. She'll send it back to Pratt on the kill attempt, and that will be a point for Cedarville.
And Ursuline is doing all they can at the net right now to stop Cedarville. They're playing good defense, and so their net game has improved, and right there was a proof of that, but still not able to stop them.
Missed serve by senior Abby Shelton, giving a point right back to the Arrows. 11-9 is our score. Cedarville leading it by 2. And Victoria Henderson will go to the back line to serve for Ursuline. Second on the team, coming in with 21 aces. Pratt on the pass to Cardwell, tracks it down, gives it right back to Chrissy, and that has power written all over it. She wound up and put it right at Stillwell's feet. Point Cedarville.
Right now, Cedarville's offense is getting up and sending it down, and Ursuline has not found the answer to defend that.
Angela Becker serving off the back line, passed up by Ursuline. This is Pierre on the kill attempt, kept in play. Near side attack coming from Window at the net is Pierre, kept in play. That one's going to be put in the far sideline just inside the court. Point Cedarville, 13-9. Coach Jamie Plummer is going to take his first of 2 timeouts for Ursuline.
I'm not really sure, but I think during that last play there was, it did not come over and clear, and there were 4 to get it over on Ursuline's side, and Cedarville kind of stopped thinking that that was not successful, but It wasn't called, and so you have to play through that.
(13-9), Lady Jackets by 4, leading 2-0, 25-10, 25-17 were the scores.
And we have some enthusiastic fans that are very entertaining and getting into this, and that always brings energy to a team when the crowd is behind you and they're cheering and they're pumping you up, and so it makes you want to play to a higher level, and we certainly have that atmosphere going tonight.
80 degrees here in Cedarville, Ohio today, and this early October day and evening, and beach night, somewhat of a success. Back to the action, Angela Becker serving for Lady Jackets. Passed up by Stillwell. Slaney on the right side attack. Cannot be put across the net. Emily Loftus hits it into the net, 14-9. The lead is 5.
And that set was a little off the net, and so she was able to make contact, but she pulled her arm way too far down and sent it into the net.
Becker on the serve again. Slaney, quick attack by Pierre, and Shelton sends it across the net, but it's high through the rafters and falls out of bounds in front of the arrow bench. Point Ursuline. Short serve by Stillwell. Becker's there to get it though. Cricky at the net off the set from Cardwell inside the back corner in front of the line judge. Points it in play. 15-10 Cedarville. Cricky with the kill. Her 8th of the match.
And right at the beginning of that play, Angela Becker actually stumbled and passed that ball on her knees on the floor. And so they're trying to make sure that that does not cause any injuries. So they're wiping up the floor because it was so slippery.
Cardwell now serving for Cedarville. Across the top of the net it goes. In play, kept alive by Ursuline. That one's going to be touched at the net. Give the kill to Emily Loftus, and the block could not close her down. 15-11 Cedarville.
And even though the ball drifted out, Rachel Cricky let the official know I touched that when I was up for the block and ricocheted off my hands and went out. And so Ursuline gets not just the ball, but they get the point.
Markham on the serve, sends it across court. Becker there with the pass. Now Cardwell. Out of the back row is Chrissy Pratt, and she fires it into the back corner. Chrissy Pratt with a powerful kill at the net, her 5th of the match.
And Chrissy has really developed that back row attack. She is playing it well and able to drop those deep corners. It's just really hard to defend that.
16-11, Lady Jackets by 5. Pratt on the jump serve. Selene on the set, near side, Window. And she'll get the point. And Window back to serve for Ursuline.
And Ursuline had a really nice attack and tooled off the block.
Passed up by Abby Shelton on the back row. Cardwell right back to Abby on the left side through the block of Atkinson and Angela Zamora. Seeing some action here for, I believe, the first time. 17-12 Cedarville by 5. Cricky on the serve. Overhand pass to Markham. Near side attack is going to be good for Victoria Henderson of Ursuline.
And Henderson was able to go through the block of Cardwell and Olsen at the net, and she was successful, able to get through the block and down.
Emily Atkinson serving, high floater. Becker, tough play right here for Cardwell. She does get it ahead to Olsen, but is put right back down by Pierre, and in the net violation called against Ursuline.
And that really was a smart play. There was a wide open spot in the defense on Cedarville's side, and Henderson was looking for it and trying to get it, and she just was carried into the net too much.
Woodard in the rotation now to serve. Here's the overpass at the net, and Gabby Olsen skies and puts it down about 4 feet inside the 10-foot line. Point Cedarville, and Coach Jamie Plummer He'll try and steal some of that momentum. He'll take his second and final timeout. His team down by 6, 19-13 in set 3.
And Ursuline has to stop sending it over the net on a serve receive or on a pass off of a kill, and keep it on their side of the net and get their offense running. They're really playing good defense. They're covering behind the block well. They just aren't able to get their offense running. And so these little things in the net and so forth, and following through and not getting it over the net, those offensive cleanups have to happen. And hopefully that's exactly what Coach is talking to them about right now. But defensively, they've played very, very well. Cedarville, on the other hand, have been able to not just play good defense, they've been blocking well, and they've been attacking well. And so they've got all cylinders going at Ursuline, and so Ursuline's got to be ready.
Heard from a couple folks here who are watching here tonight. Lady Jacket fans, Verilyn Plender out of Denver, Colorado. Marta Railsback also letting us know she's watching as usual. We appreciate both of those folks letting us know. Back to the action. Abby Woodard serving for Cedarville, 19-13, 6 points away from victory here tonight. This is Selaney on the set. Near side to Henderson, wide open there through the double block attempt of Olsen and Cardwell for the point.
And that was an unusual play. No Cedarville player even moved towards the ball. They just kind of all stood and watched it go down. And Ursuline was very effective in dropping it right in front of all 3 defensive players.
Kylie Bestie checks in for the first time, the freshman from right here in Cedarville. And that serve will go out of bounds by Selaney. Point Cedarville 20-14. And Shelton will serve. Passed up by Stillwell. Selaney, she'll go a quick attack to Pierre. Blocked at the net, falls down. Point Cedarville. Abby again serving. Tough play right there for setter Selaney, and that will result in the point for Cedarville.
And the pass on Ursuline's side has got to stay off the net and get right in the hands of your setter. Give her an opportunity to run an offense. And that pass was right in the net. Not a whole lot she could do.
22-14, ace serve for Abby Shelton, ricocheting off of Michaela Window for the ace serve. 23-14, 2 points away from victory, and a couple more substitutions checking in for Coach Walters. We'll get a look at freshman Brooke Blattner out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Also Erin McCullough out of Delaware, Ohio. They're on the front line with setter Kristen Cardwell. Another serve coming for senior Shelton. Selaney near side to Henderson, blocked at the net there by Blattner and Cardwell. Off the antenna, point Ursuline. 23-15 Cedarville.
Cardwell's trying to tell the freshmen that just entered the game where they need to be on this defensive play.
There's the pass from Becker. Cardwell to McCullough. Little tip, roll shot, kept in play by the Arrow defense. On the near side is Window with the out-of-bounds attack attempt. 24-15, set point. Cricky back in. Blattner to the sidelines. Senior Angela Becker serving for the match. Selaney near side to Window, blocked down by Cricky and Cardwell. Kept alive though by Ursuline. Here's the pass from Bestie. McCullough will try and finish it off. No, it's passed up by Henderson. At the net is Pierre, and it'll be good for the kill.
And you don't see Ursuline giving up. You see them playing aggressive and trying to keep this set alive, and that's exactly what a coach wants to see, no matter what the scoreboard says.
24-16, Cassidy Stillwell serving for the Arrows. Becker beautifully passed to Cardwell. Back set to McCullough, goes down off the back line, out of bounds. It'll be another point for the Arrows. Stillwell again serving. Again, Becker on the pass to Cardwell. The lights go out here in the Callan Athletic Center, and that will be a replay.
That has to be a replay. All of a sudden, lights went out. I have no idea what happened, but I'm sure that our assistant AD, I see him already in motion trying to figure out what happened. Teams need to regroup, and how unfortunate that at the match point, all of a sudden the lights go out. I'm sure it's going to take some time for the lights to warm up and get back on. And so let's talk a little bit about what's been going on. Ursuline really has been trying to play through this, and they clicked off 2 or 3 points, and they've been trying really hard to get back into this set. They have a high mountain to climb. Cedarville only needs 1 more point to take this match. I am very impressed with Ursuline's good defense, and especially how they cover block. But Cedarville has had all, and I think I've said this already, has had all cylinders. They've played good defense. They've been swinging well. They've been looking for open spots. You've been seeing them block, and you'll see hopefully you are hearing the cheers to let you know that the lights are back on. Not sure what happened. We might never know what happened, but the lights are back on, and now the teams have to regroup mentally and physically to try to finish this set.
Well, if the lights hadn't come back on, the student section had their smartphones ready to go. Here's Cricky on the slide attack, and in the net violation called against Emily Atkinson, and that will end set number 3, and the Lady Jackets will take victory here 3-0 to sweep the Arrows for the 15th straight victory that they have faced each other. 25-10, 25-17, 25-17 are the finals of the sets. The Lady Jackets now 13-4 overall, 3-1 in the GMAC. The Arrows will fall to 10-7 and 2-2 in the GMAC.
Cedarville comes back tomorrow, and they'll be playing at 1 o'clock. They will be facing Malone, another conference match, and then Ursuline will be traveling to play I forget where they're
Ohio
going.
Valley.
Ohio
tomorrow.
Valley. So they will be traveling to Ohio Valley. That is on at 1 o'clock as well, another conference match. And so both teams have got to just talk about what happened today, what they need to improve for tomorrow, and then get right back on the courts tomorrow to continue their conference play.
And after the Malone match tomorrow at 1 o'clock, which we will have for you here on Stretch Internet, hope you can join us. If you can't get out here in person, it is fall break next week, and the Lady Jackets will take the trip that they've been going on for several years now to the Midwest region crossover, playing teams from the GLIAC and the GLVC. That's played in Aurora, Illinois. There'll be 3 matches next weekend, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, before returning home on October 18th against Tiffin. So a lot of volleyball still to be played, and a nice win here tonight as we look at some of the statistical highlights of the contest. For the Ursuline Arrows, Emily Atkinson led the way with 9 kills on the front line. Victoria Henderson with 8. Setter Caitlin Salaney had 23 assists on the back row, 15 digs for libero Cassidy Stillwell, and 4 ace serves for Michaela Window. Just 2 blocks on the night for the Arrows. They ended up with an attack percentage of just under 7%. For the Lady Jackets, again, a very balanced offensive front line. Rachel Cricky leading the way with 9 kills, 7 kills from Gabby Olson, 6 from Taylor Wilkerson, 5 each from Abby Shelton and Chrissy Pratt, and 3 from Kristen Cardwell, who also handed out 24 assists and had 7 digs on the back row, 10 digs from Chrissy Pratt and 10 from Angela Becker. The Lady Jackets put up 6 blocks, led by Gabby Olson with 4. They ended up with a hitting percentage of .333, a crowd of just under 400 fans watching the Lady Jackets win it tonight.
And that last set, you'll see that Cedarville's offensive attack game just went up. Their percentage was better, and they were throwing everything they could at Ursuline's defense. Ursuline's defense played hard, and they brought up balls that we talked about that normally drop, and so I'm very impressed with their defense, but they could not get their offensive game going consistently. I will say that Cedarville's block game kind of dipped that third set, but they were able to get it done, and so Cedarville gets away with another victory in this athletic center, and they certainly like playing at home.
Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, Malone University, the Pioneers, will be here in town from Canton, Ohio. Look forward to having you join us here on Stretch Internet for that one. Also want to give a quick shout out to Lady Jacket women's tennis player Lauren Jackson, who is also one of the student athletic trainers for the Lady Jacket volleyball team. She's on her way back to campus from a women's tennis trip to the state of New York. We appreciate her letting us know. But that's going to do it here tonight. Our great appreciation to student Noah Taylor, who ran the camera and all the computers behind us to bring you tonight's action. We appreciate the dedicated service of our student staff for Stretch Internet. But the Lady Jackets victorious in 3 sets over Ursuline. For Teresa Clark, I'm Jim Clark. Thanks again for watching, as usual, Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet.